Welcome back to Change Your Life. Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of state quarter value coins. In this video, we explore the worth, iconic design, hidden treasures, and shocking history behind the top 3 most valuable and expensive state quarters from the United States of America. We'll be revealing coins from 2004D, 2008P, and 2016P. These coins are made of copper-nickel clad metal, a standard composition for modern quarters, yet their value can surprise even the most experienced collectors. At first glance, these state quarters may look ordinary. Many are dirty, worn, and heavily circulated. But don't be fooled. Some of these seemingly ordinary state quarters could be worth thousands, or even millions, of dollars today. So before you spend that old quarter, stick around, because you might be holding a fortune in your hands. Backhand index pointing right first up. Coin number 1. Hold this coin for a moment. At first glance, it seems ordinary, copper-nickel clad, dulled by decades, edges softened, details muted. Dirt clings stubbornly to its surface. Tiny scratches scatter across the face like faint memories of its journey through countless hands. Yet this is far from ordinary. This is a 2004D Iowa state quarter, quietly surviving the circulation of millions, a coin that carries history, artistry, and untapped value hidden in plain sight. Look closer at the design. Inspired by Grant Wood's iconic artwork, this quarter celebrates Iowa's foundation in education, capturing a moment of pride and identity in American history. The intricate details of the teacher and students, etched decades ago, tell a story that ordinary coins can't convey. Most people see only a piece of metal, but collectors see the fusion of art, history, and potential fortune. Every worn edge and faint mark is proof that this coin has traveled through decades of American life. Notice the D-mint mark, barely noticeable yet crucial. Minted in Denver, this mark signifies production numbers, minting variations, and subtle rarity that only the trained eye can detect. Millions were released into circulation in 2004, yet the surviving coins that retain clarity, even in a worn state, are quietly valuable. Each coin tells a story, from wallets to cash registers, from pockets to piggy banks, leaving traces of countless American hands. Turn the coin over. The reverse is simple but iconic, a testament to its enduring purpose in daily commerce. The scratches, toning, and slight discoloration aren't flaws, they are evidence of endurance, markers of survival that collectors seek. A coin that has survived decades of circulation quietly becomes a rare gem in the eyes of investors and enthusiasts. The beauty of this Iowa quarter is in its journey, not just its design. Consider its history. 2004 was part of the State Quarters program, a monumental effort to celebrate every U.S. state. Iowa's tribute to education, immortalized in copper-nickel, is more than just a coin, it's a symbol of knowledge, progress, and American heritage. In worn, heavily circulated condition, it carries decades of authenticity, making it both a historical relic and a potential treasure for collectors. Every mark, every faded line tells a story. The faint scratches, the softened relief, and the subtle toning are all reminders of a coin that lived through decades of commerce, unnoticed by many, but treasured by those who understand its worth. This quarter might seem ordinary at first glance, yet it holds potential value that the average person overlooks. Many overlook quarters like this, spending them casually or leaving them forgotten. But in reality, coins like the 2004D Iowa quarter quietly command attention in the collector's market, especially when they show unusual toning or surviving design clarity. Dirty, worn, and circulated coins are not worthless, they are silent witnesses of history, each with a story to tell and a fortune to unlock. Think about the hands it passed through. Wallets, cash registers, pockets, and vending machines, each interaction left a trace, marking its journey across decades. To casual eyes, it's just a coin. To collectors, it is history, survival, and opportunity pressed into metal, waiting for someone who recognizes its story. Fortune often whispers quietly. It does not announce itself. This Iowa quarter may appear simple, ordinary, and common. Yet, for those who pause, study, and understand its historical context, design significance, and circulation survival, it could be a key to unexpected wealth, a coin that quietly commands millions in collectors' markets. So, if you ever come across a 2004 Iowa State quarter, do not rush to spend it. Hold it, feel it, examine its worn edges, faint scratches, and subtle toning. Look for the D mint mark, study its design, and recognize its journey. This coin is more than metal, it is resilience, history, art, and hidden fortune all in one small piece of copper nickel. Hold this coin for a moment. At first glance, it may seem ordinary, copper nickel clad, dulled by years of circulation, edges softened, relief worn down. Dirt clings stubbornly to its surface. Scratches scatter across the face like faint memories of its journey through countless hands. Yet this is far from ordinary. This is a 2008 New Mexico State quarter, quietly surviving the circulation of millions, a coin that carries history, artistry, and hidden potential waiting to be recognized. Take a closer look at its design. The Zia sun symbol dominates the reverse, radiating 4 sets of rays in perfect symmetry, a sacred emblem of the Zia people. The state map sits quietly beside it, representing New Mexico, the land of enchantment. Every line, every curve, is a tribute to heritage and culture. Most people see just a coin. Collectors see the fusion of art, history, and untapped fortune etched in metal. Every worn edge and faint mark is proof that this coin has traveled through decades of American life. Notice the P mint mark, small but crucial. Minted in Philadelphia, this coin was part of a massive run, over 244 million struck in 2008 alone. Yet, despite this high production, the surviving coins with clear details and subtle variations are quietly valuable. Each coin tells a story, from wallets to cash registers, from pockets to vending machines, leaving traces of countless American hands. Turn the coin over in your fingers. The obverse shows George Washington's familiar profile, slightly softened by circulation, yet still commanding respect. The scratches, toning, and slight discoloration are not flaws, they are markers of survival, proof that this coin endured decades of handling while retaining its identity. A coin like this quietly becomes a gem in the eyes of collectors who understand its story. Think about its history. 2008 marked one of the final years of the State Quarters program, a national tribute to every U.S. state. New Mexico's coin celebrated its cultural heritage, combining symbolism and art in a way few coins ever have. Its copper-nickel composition, the Zia emblem, and the state outline all merge into a piece of history that's easy to overlook, yet impossible to ignore for the discerning collector. Every mark, every faded line tells a tale. The faint scratches, the softened relief, and subtle toning are all reminders of a coin that lived through decades of commerce, unnoticed by many, but treasured by those who recognize its worth. This coin may seem ordinary, yet it holds potential value that the casual eye cannot see. Many people dismiss quarters like this, spending them without a second thought. But in reality, coins like the 2008 New Mexico quarter quietly attract attention in the collector's market. Circulation marks, toning, and where are not weaknesses, they are proofs of authenticity, endurance, and hidden potential waiting for someone to see it. Consider the journey it's traveled. Wallets, cash registers, pockets, vending machines, each touch leaving a subtle trace. To a casual observer, it is merely currency. To collectors, it is history, resilience, and opportunity pressed into metal, a tangible piece of American heritage with potential for significant value. Fortune often whispers quietly. It does not announce itself. This New Mexico quarter may appear simple, ordinary, and common, yet for those who pause, study, and recognize its story, it can be a key to unexpected wealth, a coin that quietly commands respect and value in collector circles. So, if you ever come across a 2008 New Mexico State Quarter, do not rush to spend it. Hold it, study it, feel its weight, examine its worn edges, subtle scratches, and toning. Look for the P mint mark, study the Zia sun symbol and the state outline, and recognize its journey through decades. This coin is more than metal, it is art, history, resilience, and hidden fortune all in one small piece of American copper nickel. Hold the coin in your hand. At first glance, it might seem ordinary, copper nickel clad, dulled by years of circulation, edges softened, relief worn down. Scratches scatter across the surface, dirt clinging stubbornly to its design. Yet this is far from ordinary. This is a 2016 Harpers Ferry Quarter, quietly surviving where millions of others have passed, lost, or spent. Every pocket, cash register, and wallet it traveled through has left its mark, telling a story few can read. Most people see metal. Collectors see history, endurance, and hidden fortune pressed into every inch of the coin. Examine the obverse. George Washington's familiar profile commands attention, softened slightly by circulation but still resolute. His gaze, once crisp, has endured decades of handling. Each worn line on his face is a trace of time, a subtle reminder that this coin has lived through countless hands, yet it remains recognizable, resilient, and full of potential. The scratches, toning, and minor dents are not flaws, they are proof of its authenticity, proof that it has truly survived the journey of ordinary American life. Now turn it over. The reverse holds John Brown's fort, etched in copper nickel, memorializing the 1859 raid on the armory at Harpers Ferry, West Virginia. This event sparked national tension, laying the groundwork for the American Civil War. Every line, every shadow of the building is a tribute to courage and history, a reminder of the sacrifices that shaped the nation. Most quarters pass unnoticed. This one whispers stories of bravery, struggle, and the fight for freedom. Focus on the P mint mark, small but significant. Struck in Philadelphia, this coin was part of the America the Beautiful series, meant to circulate widely and honor national landmarks. Millions were minted, yet only a few survive in a condition that still showcases these details clearly. The coin's worn edges, faint toning, and slight scratches are not weaknesses, they are proof of endurance, evidence that it lived where most coins vanished or were forgotten. Consider the history embedded in its metal. Unlike silver dollars of the past, this modern quarter is made with a copper core and copper-nickel cladding, cost-effective yet durable. It is not precious metal, yet its historical significance and design make it invaluable to collectors who recognize the power of story and rarity. This coin is a bridge between ordinary currency and living history, carrying decades of circulation yet whispering untold potential to those who know its worth. Every scratch, every dent tells a tale. The heavily circulated surface is a record of ordinary Americans' lives, vending machines, cash registers, pockets, and wallets. To the casual observer, it is just a quarter. To a collector, it is a rare glimpse into history, a coin that survived the hands of millions and still carries the story of a nation in its copper-nickel layers. Many overlook coins like this. They are spent, lost, or forgotten, quietly blending into the millions of coins in circulation. Yet for the discerning eye, the 2016 Harpers Ferry Quarter is more than currency. Its design, mint mark, and condition create a narrative of endurance and historical importance. Collectors see beyond the wear, they see value, rarity, and a hidden fortune waiting to be recognized. Think about the journey it has endured. From pockets to registers, from cash transactions to forgotten drawers, each contact left a subtle trace. The dirt, toning, and circulation marks are evidence of a life well traveled, of decades of American history passing over its surface. This coin quietly survives where millions disappeared, and that survival is what transforms ordinary metal into extraordinary potential. Fortune rarely shouts. It whispers. And in the worn edges of this Harper's Ferry Quarter, in the faded relief of Washington's profile, in the historic engraving of John Brown's fort, it whispers to the collector who knows how to listen. This coin may appear common at first glance, but it carries potential wealth, historical significance, and a story few coins can tell. So if you ever find a 2016 Harper's Ferry Quarter, do not spend it without pause. Hold it, study it, examine its mint mark, the reverse design, the toning, and the faint scratches. Understand its journey through decades of circulation and the history it represents. This is not just a quarter. It is resilience, endurance, history, and a hidden promise of value, quietly waiting for the one who recognizes its true potential.